Hi everyone and welcome to today's Drama Hospital recap. As always, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos or recaps, right Mishi? Yeah, I know. Mishi she was sleeping, so was ECAT. They're like, what are you doing? No, it's too late. But let's get right to it, because again, this week, unexpectedly, really exciting. So at Nathan and Maxie's, Charlotte runs from Griffin, understandably. You know, she's very confused. She's had quite a day. And she hugs Nathan and calls him dad. And I was like, oh, this poor girl. I know, I hate that Charlotte's in the middle of this too. Like, I really do. So Nathan takes Charlotte to the side. So Claudette and Griffin, now he's her little friend. No, her friend. He didn't say it condescendingly, but I just think it was funny, a funny parallel from the other day. So he takes her aside so they can talk, and she doubles down on, like, the safety reason. So Nathan, like, kind of does understand that, although he doesn't agree with it. And Griffin reveals Claudette was going to run away with him and leave Charlotte behind, and Griffin says that Maxie was right. She can't be trusted with anything she says, anything she does, right, Misha Ann? Right, Misha? Do you trust Claudette? No, I do not. Hi, she's just so beautiful. I can't. I'm too distracted by you. Oh no, don't leave me. So Claudette wants to move on. Of course she does. Like, when you're the person who's doing something wrong, of course you want people to stop talking about it. And Griffin says he's been thinking about recommitting to the church even before she kind of got involved in all this thing. And she, like, kind of laughs it off, and she's like, haha, come on. And Nathan's like, that was really rude. Like, and he calls her out. And then he calls her out for seducing the celibate guy again. And I was like, you're so tactful, Nathan. So Nathan wants to protect Griffin from her in a way. And she says that they could all be in danger right now. So can they move on for a hot second? So she wants them to, or her and Griffin, not like all three of them, to go away together. And he's like, I have a good idea. Let's call Anna. And Nathan's like, yes, Anna. She has a lot of experience with this. She has connections. She'll know what to do. And Claudette's like, no. And then I was like, okay, now I'm super skeptical of you. So they overrule her, and she's like, fine. She needed time to process. This was just sprung on her. And they're literally like, really? Like, you've been springing a daughter on us for the past, like, week, and, like, we sprung this on you? Can't imagine how that feels. So she's like, fine, I've been horrible, but can we talk about that later? So at least she admits she's been horrible. So Griffin tells Charlotte that they'll get to know each other, and then she leaves with Charlotte. I think they hug. I think Griffin and Charlotte hug. I think I remember seeing that. So then Claudette leaves with Charlotte, but, she says that she only did what she thought was best, and she's sorry. So Nathan doesn't really believe the imminent danger because he feels that Claudette wouldn't have left with her if there was imminent danger. And Griffin is still kind of concerned. He needs to make amends with Nathan now. He feels that Nathan's been put back in his life so he can do this. And Nathan's like, you're fine. Like, things happen. Sometimes it's just a coincidence. And Griffin's like, no, everything happens for a reason, which I totally believe. Like, for real. Like, that's, like, kind of, I don't have a lot of things that I go through life believing, but everything happens for a reason is one of my things. But not, like, in a condescending way. Like, I believe it for me, and if I feel it would make someone feel better, like, I would say it, but, like, not in a definite way, but just, so Griffin feels that he did worse than Nathan. Nathan's like, I shot you. And he's like, yeah, but, I interfered in your marriage to the point where now there's a child. And I was like, well, I mean, it's true. So Nathan feels that Griffin in the end is worse off because Claudette is now always going to be in his life and is going to use, their child to manipulate him. And Nathan warns him about Claudette destroying him. Like, is he serious about, staying with her, for this child? At the Metro Court, Maxie fights back against the scary guy that I could only imagine is there because of Valentine. And I think he thinks she's Claudette. So then Claudette and Charlotte return to a ransacked room, and Claudette's like, nope. In the basement of somewhere, is it the Metro Court? Probably. Like, how did he get her here? I'm thinking it has to be the Metro Court. Like, he took the employee or the maintenance elevator down, because that's where, like, you wouldn't be seen, because otherwise he's dragging her around. And we know Maxie, she'd make a scene. So it's not like he just, like, got her to be quiet through the hotel. So anyway, so he interrogates her and asks her where she stashed the little girl, and she says she doesn't know what he's talking about, and he calls her Claudette, and she's like, oh, no, no. So she's like, look at my ID, I'm not Claudette, and he thinks it's a fake ID, a really good one, but that name is ridiculous, and she's like, but she's more offended that he thinks she's Claudette. So he asks why she broke into Claudette's room if she's not Claudette, and she says that she hates her and is going to do something petty, like, replacing her shampoos and stuff like that. And he's like, fine, where are they then? Because obviously you know her, so you'll know where she is. So she wants to get out of there, understandably, and she doesn't want to die, and he's like, well, there's no guarantees. And I was like, ugh. Do not buy a car from this guy. So she says she hates Claudette. She doesn't care what happens to her. And, take her to a public place and she'll tell him everything she knows. And he's like, no. And she's like, look. I know people on both sides. I know Sonny Corinthos. I work for Julian Jerome. My dad is the head of the WSB. My boyfriend's a police detective. And he's like, cool, I don't care. And I was like, ooh, I don't like this guy. This guy's like major dangerous. At Casa Corinthos, Carly is back for good. She loves Sonny, and she wants to be with him. But psych. Sonny was dreaming. Sorry, that's psych. I just got transported to 7th grade all of a sudden with the psych. Remember that? Circa 2004, where that was really big. Hey, 2004. That was way long ago. So yeah, Sonny was dreaming. Carly's not back. I'm not surprised. I was surprised for a second, and then I wasn't surprised. So Nell catches Ava like a boss, and I'm like, get her now, get her. And Ava tells her that her and Morgan were friends, and she couldn't help but look around in his room, and she asks if Sonny then Nell's like, well, does Sonny know you're here? And she's like, oh, I wouldn't tell Sonny. He's so stressed out. Why give him more stress? And Nell is like, well, let me help you buy what you're looking for. And Ava's like, no. And then Sonny comes upstairs. He's like, yeah, is everything okay? And Nell's like, we're in here, right here, we're in here. And Ava's like, and she's able to grab the medicine under the bed really quick. And then Sonny wants answers. And I was like, yes, answers, come on. So Nell says Ava dropped something. And she's like, I dropped my phone. And Sonny's not buying it. Nell's going to leave them alone. Ugh, come on, Nell. This is the good stuff. You want to see this stuff. She doesn't even, stand outside the door and listen. She totally gives them their privacy. Nell, you're on a soap opera. There's no such thing as privacy. So he asks again why she's in his room, and she's like, I told you the phone, but you know why I'm here. And then we never really get an elaboration on that. Are we to infer it's because of the relationship she had with Morgan? I feel like she didn't even know where she was going with that. She was just kind of leaving it up to his imagination. So she says that she can see he says that she can see Avery for 2 minutes and then go home, and don't ever pull a stunt like this again. And I was like, if she's in his room now, undetected, she's been there before. Come on, think. I know he's not in the right state of mind, but come on, Sonny, you're a professional. Think this through. So Sonny closes the drawer and looks around the room, and I was like, why was the drawer open, Sonny? Come on, it's gonna hit him. I think Friday. Friday's when it's gonna hit him. That's tomorrow. Whoa! When did Friday become tomorrow? Sorry, this whole working 5 days a week thing, still not used to it. So Nell asks if Ava is allowed to stop by, and he's like, yeah, no. There has to be supervision. And Nell asks, he's like, well, no. She's like, you, really hate Ava. But, what kind of hate is it? Is it, the love hate, the hate where, there's betrayal, but, still some guilt? And then there's, an ice-cold hate that's dangerous. And she's like, yep, that's it. That's the hate. And Nell asks, well, then, how'd you guys have a child together if you hate each other so much? And he says it's a long, ugly story that they both really would not look good in. But Avery is the only good part of that story. So Nell asks if Ava hurt Morgan, and he says that she manipulated and seduced Morgan. Morgan was vulnerable and she took advantage, and she will pay for the pain she caused. And his heart is frozen and arctic. And I was like, oh, my English teacher would just be loving all these metaphors right now. That's who I think about. So he says he will hate Ava for the rest of his life. And then, speaking of the devil, Ava comes downstairs. So Ava doesn't just leave, she realizes she's in like a semi-deadly situation, but now don't leave right away. And she says she cared about and loved Morgan, and Sunny says that she never loved anyone but herself, and she has no soul. And he says they have to carry what they did for the rest of their lives. And also he yells like, don't pretend to know how I feel. And then when she leaves, she kind of again leans against the house. I'd be like getting out of there, but she's like, except I do know how you feel. And he has no idea. Like when this whole thing comes out, because it has to come out, so Sunny dreams, this was really freaky to see. So Sunny dreams that Carly and Ava are packing Avery's things so that she could go live with Ava, because Ava's such a better parent. And, like, they're laughing together and complimenting each other. And, like, I know it's a dream, but it's still really freaky to see. Like, I feel like I was transported somewhere. It was like an AU. They should do, like, AU stories. If you don't know, AU is alternate universe. Like, because I think that would, like, mix it up. Like, maybe just for a week or, like, a few days. Like, it's just something fun where, like, everything's really, like, flipsy, topsy-turvy. Anyway, sorry. I'm getting away with my imagination. At Carly's place, the bartender at the Floating Rib dropped off Morgan's keys. Michael answered the door. The guy feels horrible. Like, he feels horrible. But you know what? Morgan could have just as easily been driving himself home in his own car, drunk. Because TJ, it wasn't necessarily, like, even about, like, I feel like the stolen car. I feel like even if TJ came upon him and he was still going to try to drive his own car, like, TJ would have tried to stop them. And who knows, maybe he could have gotten into an accident in his own car. Like, it's things, I mean, obviously, explosion and all that. But, like, I'm just saying, like, this bartender guy, he did what he was supposed to do. He doesn't have to feel anything. Like, I understand, like, why he would, but, like, he's not responsible in any way. Whew. So she doesn't understand why Morgan was drinking that night. Why now? Why weren't the meds working? So she wants to know every detail because she's Carly. And how much was he drinking? Why did Morgan think what happened? Why did Morgan think something happened between Kiki and Dylan? And if it didn't, what really happened? She wants to know the timeline of his last day. And she and Sunny had a fight with him, and why did the school thing go downwards so fast? Like, what happened here? So Morgan, he always assured them he was taking his medicine, he was going to therapy, so she's gonna call Dr. Maddox. So he comes over, he's sorry for her loss. So I guess he did know before with Anna, which just strikes me as a little strange, because like I don't know. I felt like he would have acted different, but whatever. That's just my perception. So where was I? So he's sorry for her loss, and he's sorry he couldn't prevent this tragedy. And he says Morgan never went for the blood test, and he's been looking for answers too. And she asks why he let him leave the Freeman Clinic. So he says that at the time the medications were working. Michael says, yeah, the last 3 weeks something was off, but before that he was fine. And Carly's like, well, I saw the difference, because Dr. Matt said, well, no one saw the difference. She's like, well, I did. And he was assuring her he was taking his medication. Oh wait. She saw the difference. He did assure he was taking his medication. And Dr. Maddox's like, yeah, I'm just as confused as you. I've never seen anything like it. So he was being monitored closely, and she says she did see the difference. Like, her alarms were going off, but she wasn't supposed to hover or police him. She was supposed to give him space. She followed the rules instead of her instincts, and she feels that he would be alive today if she had spoken up. So then she wants Dr. Maddox to leave. She's frustrated. It's not making anything better. She's not getting the answers. So he says he's not making excuses. He has to carry what happened with him, and he's sorry for their loss again. And then she breaks down. Michael's there for her, and he's like, look, Morgan was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Like, it's such a tragedy. At the pier, Ava calls Kiki and wants to call back. She says it's not Kiki's fault. Then why put that in her head? Like, I know it's going to be, like, important later on, but, like, still, just why I can't. If anyone else had put that in Kiki's head, I probably wouldn't. I mean, obviously, I'd still be upset, but I wouldn't be as upset. But the fact that it was Ava, of all people, who put it in her head. So, yeah. So she's like, you couldn't have known. No one could. I'm like, you did. Now end scene already. So Scary Guy says he'll kill Maxie. Charlotte actually says a sentence. She's like, Mom, what happened to our room? And Claudette's like, let's get out of here, like 2 seconds ago. Carly wants to be alone. Nell checks on Sunny. He's going to check on Avery. Then Nell calls Carly, and she says Sunny is, but Carly doesn't want to hear it. She's not, Sunny goes back into Morgan's room. He calls Morgan Buddy, and then I freaking lost it. And he wishes he could trade places with him. And Ava throws the pills out at the pier, not in the water. You know, you got some water there. The current is known to take things and people very far away. But no, throw them and kind of bury them under a few pieces of paper in a trash can. Good one. And someone with gloves opens the trash can and takes the pills out. And I was like, I don't know who you are, but I'm pretty sure I love you. So who are you, mystery gloved person? Who are you? Is it Anna? Is it maybe Dr. Maddox, who spotted her coming back and thinks, like, I don't know, she's being weird? Like, who? Is it Jordan? Who could this be? This gloved person? And also, just as an aside, as something I thought of, but I saved it to the end. Morgan put his medication in, like, the what do you call it? The bin that the busboys use to go from table to table. Like, he put medication in there. So even if Ava thinks she's in the clear with disposing of the medication in his room, someone could still find that and test it. Because we're still only, a day? It's like a day or two after. Like, not even. I think we're still on the day after Morgan's death. You know, so it'll be interesting to see. Or could it be Morgan? Dun, dun, dun. Ooh, or Jason. No, I saw him in the promo, so it's probably not Jason. But, sorry. I didn't realize I was speculating on this until all of a sudden it came to me at the end of the video. So thank you so much for watching. I am going to catch up on comments tomorrow. I haven't even had, I see notifications, comments are coming out. I haven't even had a chance with everything going on, but I'm going to catch up on comments tomorrow because I have few extra minutes, I hope. And tomorrow shouldn't be as late, hopefully. Hey, hours are a little different, so maybe I can finagle and watch the first half there or something. We'll see. But I will see you, either way, I'll see you tomorrow for more General Hospital, and I hope you have a great night. Bye!